You bad boy! Do you want to get whipped?
So not too long ago, I made a video on the many banned episodes of Pingu, which actually ended up being one of my best performing videos for a long while. Cheers, guys. So of course, it would then be demonetized by YouTube for being too inappropriate. Cheers, YouTube. But whilst browsing through the comments on said video, I came across one which particularly interested me. There exists a Pingu Korean dub, where the characters actually speak English. Apparently, they were used to teach children to learn English, but this was done very poorly. That being said, they spawn many crazy out of context moments that are so bizarre that it's actually hilarious. Well, this certainly gained my curiosity. Strange though, as I didn't recall seeing anything like this when researching the show, though I did note how there were two different audio versions of the show, which changed up the music, sounds, and character voices, but they didn't actually change the way the characters speak. Oh, and I just want to make a correction here. In that video, I believe the redub was done purely for US audiences, as when I watched Pingu in the UK as a child, I remember watching the original dub. But apparently this new dub is now the one that's shown all over the world since 2002. Why they did it? Not really sure. Perhaps due to some copyright and licensing issues in the original. But for those that lived outside of America who also remember watching the newer dub, well, there's your answer. Back to the topic at hand. Even though Pingu was created in Switzerland, I never would have expected there to be an English, or any other language dub for that matter, for the simple reason that the characters in the show don't speak any real world language, and instead officially speak the fictional language of Penguinese. It was this very reason that Pingu was able to be distributed abroad so easily in the first place, as you didn't need to translate anything. But lo and behold, they went and made an English dub, and the results are...
Hello? For seal? Pingu! Look at this! I made it!
Interesting. The dub was produced in South Korea in 2000 by Dongsung Productions and Elite Production. And as the comment states, apparently these dubs were produced for educational purposes to help Korean children learn English. Which seems like a reasonable assumption, as at the end of each episode, there are also a set of listen and repeat exercises.
Are you finished? Here is your ball.
But the irony here is that despite these being a way to educate kids on how to speak English, for a lot of the time the English that is spoken is incredibly broken, making for some hilarious interactions.
Yes, I especially give you a chance to ski. Come, right on behind me.
For some parts I can kind of see where they may have had translation issues, such as when Pingu's little sister is asking for a dummy.
Mom, my nipple.
But then there are also some words used that you probably wouldn't see in a typical kids show.
There must be something wrong with him. Psychopathic!
Not to mention that in a couple of instances, even the subtitles use the wrong words being spoke.
Move over there and be quiet.
Or even just flat out misspelt them. There are also some aspects of the show that these dubs get completely wrong, such as how they would refer to Pingu's little sister as his brother, but then would go on to correctly refer to her as his sister in later episodes. The dub also has this weird thing where Pingu is like the center of the universe, such as when the parents ring for the doctor for the hatching egg, they refer to the address as Pingu's house.
Here's Pingu's place.
And my favourite of these is when the granddad calls the home and he introduces himself as Pingu's grandfather.
I'm Pingu's grandfather, and I'm sick.
Not like, hello daughter / daughter-in-law of mine. It's like he's embarrassed to acknowledge her existence.
I will take care of you.
You're dead to me. Now, as you've probably deduced from these clips so far, the voice acting is...
Oops, I am stunned.
not amazing. I couldn't find any information on who the voice actors were for this, and perhaps that's for the best, but in all honesty, it's their performance which really elevates this dub.
I cannot forgive you. Never.
Forgive me, Father.
No.
Not to mention that there are a few occasions where they will repeat the same voice line twice. And I don't mean that the voice actor said the line twice, I mean they literally just play the same audio clip back to back.
I have a good idea. I have a good idea.
Don't feel sad, Pingu. Don't feel sad, Pingu.
The mum for me is a particularly interesting one. Like, she's trying to put the most effort into sounding like a sweet and caring mother, but in doing so, she often sounds a little too, and I can't believe I'm saying this, sexual.
You bad boy. Do you want to get whipped?
Pingu's little sister just sounds incredibly whiny all the time.
Mom, Pingu is annoying me again.
And then there's the other side characters who, yeah, I don't even know how to describe this.
Very exciting. Good. It is full of thrills.
But my favorite dubbing of all has to be with the creepy walrus. Which, by the way, yes, I've seen people arguing over whether it's a walrus or a sea lion. The wiki lists it as a walrus, so I'm going to go with walrus. In this dub, they somehow made the walrus thing even more creepy and terrifying. In the original, it was never really clear as to whether the walrus wanted to harm Pingu, or was just simply toying with him. Here though, they make it pretty obvious as to what his intentions are. But worst of all, not only do they make him a natural predator, but also a bit of a child predator.
Cute boy. Hello, little boy. Good smell.
What the fuck? Now, I don't want to blame the writers or voice actors too much for this, as to be fair, you're trying to insert dialogue into a show which never had any intended dialogue to begin with, and so trying to force it in whenever possible is always going to come across as kinda clunky.
How was it today? A bit tired, but interesting.
At least with any other children's show where characters are actually speaking to one another, it'd be much easier to dub over. Plus, you'd also have the original script to work off. Which is why I ask again, why did you choose Pingu of all shows? Though ironically, there is a scene in one episode with Pingu at school where the teacher is telling the class about different types of fish. This would have been one of the few places where you could have dubbed in some actual dialogue. But weirdly enough, they leave it with the original Pinguese.
Then what is it?
Silly.
What? These shorts never apparently aired on television and were instead just put straight to VHS. Which, amazingly, you can actually find all original volumes uploaded here on YouTube, except for volume 3, which is still missing sadly. The quality is low as they've clearly just been ripped straight from the VHS, but I'm sure someone with enough time and dedication could quite easily combine the audio with some higher quality DVD footage.
Pingu, come, sit here. Here. Don't leave anything. Eat all.
But yeah, that's the legendary English Pingu dub. Something that has no right to exist, but I'm very glad it does. I've put some of my favourite clips at the end of this video for you to check out, but I do recommend going to check out the full versions, as they are honestly quite hilarious. Please enjoy.
Farewell. Mom, brush my nose, please.
Laundries are done. Very clean.
Good. Thank you.
Very cold out there. I'm hanging out laundries. Eggs. Big trouble. Oh, my baby. I will protect you, boys. Sad news. I'm sorry.
How are you? Thank you very much. First seal?
It's coming out. Oh, my baby.
It is your baby. He relieved himself. Mom doesn't love me anymore. What is going on? It doesn't come out. Oops. What is that?
It really hurts. Let's go.
Start.
Pingu, do you want me to give you a bad time?
It is scary. I am so scared. Scared.
Pingu, let's play with me. It's all right. Walking back the same way getting us in will take us out. We're in trouble. Oh, my God. So scary. Mom, help! So scary.
You broke the blocks.
Pingu, you hate me. Hate me. Pingu, I want to drink juice.
Give us juice as much as this big fish.
Pingu, Pingu, here I am here. Stop laughing, Pingu.
A fur seal is a friend of yours? Take him to here.
Don't laugh at my mistake. I am angry.
The door doesn't open. It is locked. Interesting. I'm sad. Sad story.
Don't cry, dear.
Mom, Pa, please go out. I need to take a pee.